FEMA, because that's also federal grant. Your police,
That's $3 million.
your police stuff that you have, you may lose that. You're not gonna get those grants. I mean, that's a scary thing to think of. And also, he did call me back and tell me it's one little interesting tidbit. He said the city might also be considered in default if the records show we're taking money from our water and sewer and putting it in general fund to pay other debts.
That's right, that's right.
And he said that could be considered the default
Hey,
and put you in,
not me.
no, not you, us.
Let's
You know
go
what
back
I'm
to the
saying,
other, let's
Carl.
go back to the other council and mayor right now. Every account we got, LGDA, MRA fund and everything like that, all of that money was taken and transferred illegally out of those projected budget and put in our regular operational budget to pay the expenses.
I can't believe it.
Well, that's the way it's been working. Now, that guy there, Tom Parton, we were making a deal with him. We already paid him $10,000 off of the $32,000.
I know that, and he said we've been paying on it.
And we got it, we want to take care of that. For the other council and the other, Miss Boyers and.
Well, you too.
Well, I was here
Point
too.
your finger
Yeah.
at me.
Yeah.
Were you right there with us?
Yeah, I sat
Big
right here
banging
and
that
couldn't speak a
gavel,
word
Charlie.
when I tried to bring it up.
I was there too.
Yeah, you were sitting right here once, and you're the
I'm
biggest
gonna bring
culprit of the
that
bunch.
gavel.
Hey, there's the man that ought to answer those questions.
Well, I don't think we are.
Why don't you answer those
No.
questions?
I
You're
told
a
you.
user on it.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
I couldn't say nothing. Look up there.
Well, Mayor, here's what I told Tom. I said, Tom, this didn't go on just in one administration. He said, no, it didn't.
Trying to give her a
He said
report,
they've been doing this
somebody
for
already
years.
give it.
Now, that's what he said.
Go over your report.
He said they've been doing that for years. He said, you know, and he said if we come in and check,
If you look in your files, we've told you about all of those deals that we had.
I know that,
You
Carl,
had them before
but
now.
I'm telling the public, and I'm telling the other council.
She's not talking to us. We should already know this.
I'm talking to the council,
We
what they
was dumb in
said.
the
Just
show.
go ahead and all this.
I mean, I'm just letting you know what they said that actually scared me. I mean, we need to all look at this and consider is what I'm saying.
Well,
And as far as that, you know, so, all
We're
right.
not having to
Another,
listen to it.
another question I asked was concerning, training for the employees, because there was some confusion, somebody asked me about it. And, I got that clarified, and what it was is, the training that was mentioned here the other night that they gave was only for the board members, and the training that would be given to the maintenance people, you know, to the water and sewer employees. Of course, we wouldn't have them if they're not qualified already anyway to start with. But they did mention different places and when they were due, and they said that the Water and Sewer Association and community colleges and online, they could get, you know, their stuff there. But that training would be took care of, and the price was anywhere from $50 to $100. Because that was one question somebody asked.
would that price be 50 to 100?
$50 to $100.
Is that what you, on that training for those people?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
But
This company,
there's different companies you can get it from. That was one thing that was clarified, you know, that you could do that. Because somebody had asked about the training and was fearful that, you know, if the council decided to go with the other, that they be, the employees would be having to pay that, and they don't have to pay that. Now, just a little bit of history. I want to get a little bit of history, how long this money's been out there and how today's economy, this money is dwindled down to practically nothing now. I mean, it's not like it used to be. It's going to get worse. The longer we play around, this money's going to go and whatever.
Which money now are you referring to?
I'm talking about the grant, the $1.1 million.
$1,100,000.
It was 1.2 million.
It was, but part of that money was allocated for engineering studies. The grant was awarded as a result of the city's active participation in community development together with the cities of Benham, Lynch, and Cumberland related to utility services. Between 2004 and 2002 and 2004, 3 meetings were held between the mayors and the Management Audit Consolidation Merger Study, along with participants such as Harlan County Executive, Infrastructural Staff, Division of Water from Frankfurt, Systems Water, involved a lot of people, a lot of companies. The only agreement was made at that time was an authorization to do an interconnect study. The interconnected study was completed in 2009. The cities formed a steering committee. The steering committee recommended the cities of Cumberland and Lynch could jointly create a single utilities to provide drinking water and wastewater. Presentations was made to all 3 city councils, and each passed a resolution to create the authority. Second step was to ensure a grant. This was done by the city of Cumberland after passing 2 resolutions in January 11. These documents were signed in 2011. The next phase of the process of the Tri-City utility is to develop a plan which includes hiring current water and wastewater employees and making the loan payments. Will be presented to each city for their approval. Assuming the plan is approved, the utility operator will begin, operations will be consolidated and engineering designs will start to interconnect the cities with the ultimate goal of constructing 1 water and 1 water waste plant for the region. During this time, repairs will be made to each city. After the utilities establishes a credit history, the city will be presented with a plan to transfer the water and wastewater assets to the Tri-City Utilities debt. And they will assume all debts in writing.
When?
Whenever you sign it over to them, when they show that they can do it. That's what I just said. After the Tri-City Utilities has established a credit history, the cities will be presented with a plan to transfer the water and wastewater assets so the Tri-City Utilities can assume the long-term debt, which will be in writing.
How long you think that'll take? Did they tell you that?
I'm not in the planning stage.
No, I just asked if they told you that, because
Yeah.
you got a lot of plans there.
Well, I did a lot of research because I want to know what's right for the city as far as paying the debts off,
From the
what we
meeting.
can run, and we've already been told we may lose these funds. We've already been told we owe money and may get it turned over to somebody else. American Water may end up with it anyway if we can't pay. And we know the debts are gonna go up, cost is gonna go up. So there, that's all the information I have. That's, other than what all was discussed before, and I was hoping I answered, because I tried to answer question the gentleman with all the questions Katina and Carl and Mr. Riley had and all, but I just think you can't vote on something unless you're aware of all the circumstances and you're aware of pros and cons of each situation. You just can't do it. I mean, with today's economy, you gotta know from everybody.
Is that all you have?
So I appreciate it, that's it.
Ms. Boyer, you have anything?
Yes, I think if this should be considered, I felt very bad that 3 of our members couldn't be here to put their 2 cents worth in, although we did hear from one of our council members loud and clear on TV what was thought of us.
No,
We've all
I
been
never
vet-
made any reference to council. This was to Mr. Tully and Mr. Burns, not my council.
Well, the council.
Never. You never heard the names mentioned.
Understand what he said.
Well, it don't make any difference, Charles. People that heard it on
I appreciate that,
TV,
Jenny.
I don't know about you, but I'm 73 years old and I'm too old to rape anybody.
I
But
never said
that's all
anything
I've
about
got to
you,
say.
Robin. That's not.
You said we had raped the city.
I did not say your name one time.
I didn't
None of
say,
You didn't have to.
well,
It's
just,
funny.
Charles, it's all right, just go ahead.
Just hold it down, we'll have them.
Won't you put that gavel up, Carl, and quit banging in it, Johnny? Everybody else is running their mouth and everything, and you're sitting there letting it go. Now, I know.
You know, I didn't
Oh,
think it
cool.
personal.
I appreciate it, Ben, because
Why?
nobody's name was
Why?
brought up.
I'm hush, I'm shut up, I'm shut up. Got
I'm
too
just
much.
saying,
Now, what was right in the hospital?
That's right.
I have a couple of questions because these things were on the agenda for like the official agenda that I received.
Yeah.